this is the Enertion carbon fibre longboard deck with my 50mm hub motors on them. Obviously, as you can see, it's quite sleek with the batteries inside of the deck. Really, you've got this lip here which stores his space cell battery pack with built-in BMS. Inside as well, we've got the VESC made by Benjamin Vetter. It's an excellent electric speed controller, open source. The designs are online. You can buy them from Enertion online or get a lot of information on Enertion as well as Vetter's website. And you can obviously solder them up yourself. It's rated for up to 60 volts and also has a really good amp rating and some excellent features. One of the other things that I've got here is the custom Wii nunchuck. This nunchuck isn't normal, just off-the-shelf nunchuck, or it's not a Nukakama like some people are using. It's got a custom PCB inside of it, especially made for the VESC. Soon it will be also compatible with the fibre, but at the moment it's really lightweight. It's got a battery in that will last quite a while. I'll show you the PCB for that now. That's right here, so that's the custom PCB. You've got 3 indicator LEDs, one for charging, one for battery status, as well as for the operational as well. You can use the existing Wii nunchuck case, so if you, this is also on Vetter's GitHub page. If you download this and have it made, you can pull apart a Wii nunchuck and put this inside of it. So it's actually quite convenient. You just desolder the joystick and the buttons, put it back in the case, and it's ready to go. On this one I've got a micro USB. Well, this one's actually a mini USB, but when we plug it into charge, you get a blue indicator light, which is pretty cool. And soon it'll be future compatible, so you can upgrade the firmware on the remote and soon be able to plug in the remote and wirelessly program the VESC using the remote, which will be excellent because you won't have to open up the deck to be able to program. My hub motors are the 50mm versions. Looks like this without the wheel on it. This version is actually machined to a lot higher standard than the last ones. Same design, the upgrades in it are the magnets, a lot heavier and thicker magnets, so you actually get a little bit more torque out of them while reducing the kV rating a little bit. I also have my 60mm hub motors that's based on a 63 55 outrunner. This is just an example of the shaft inside of it. So this goes inside of the stator here, and this is actually hollow. There's no thread inside of this. So one of the things with the 50mm is during braking force, this can actually come undone. But with the new design, hollow shaft, more room for the wires to come out, and then you've got this nut which the bearing sits on the nut, and then you have your Allen key bit, and this simply, if I can get a good angle, simply just slides in. So that's a nice really tight fit there, and then you just basically screw it up with your Allen key onto the truck, and this actually causes a vice to stop that coming undone. This bit here, I've been having them made in stainless steel, so then they're a lot harder and a better, stronger lock, as well as I can put nylon on the inside as well, so then that all stays together. But at the moment I've just got the deck set up with the 50mm. I still have risers on here because, as you can see, I've got Paris hangers on there, but I got caliber base plates. The caliber base plates I do it like this so I can unbolt it, get my belt driven, because nothing beats a belt drive when going up hills. And yeah, I'd leave the risers on there so I don't have to take the trucks completely off. But otherwise it would sit a lot lower. But at the moment, this is the setup. It's actually really nice to ride like this. The deck is really stiff. It's really quite nice to ride though. I personally like to ride loaded decks, so I like the bamboo, the flex underneath my feet, but the carbon fibre actually feels really good. I've ridden it around for ages with belt drive, as well as with an off-road wheels, as well as the hub motors, and it's excellent. I've got it set up at the moment. I've just got the grip tape over the top of the cap that screws in, and then extra bits that come out for my feet. I really like the carbon fibre look, so I kept that. I've got the old Space Cell, one of the prototypes that Jason got. So the hole cutouts for the carbon fibre deck don't line up exactly, but what I've done is I've modified it. I've got my switch here, I've got my charging port, and then I've actually got a USB cable inside, and that just sits there. I can slide that out, and that is a USB, and I can program my VESC. They're connected via CAN bus, so I can program one or the other. What I'll do is I'll demonstrate me turning it on at the moment. So I've got my remote, I'll turn that on. I'm just going to switch this on, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of juice. So I'm holding it back here. Now, what I'm going to do is, if I can, just hold it up. So it's actually really nice. Now, if I lean it off the edge a little bit and hold it up like that, you can actually see the motors a little bit better. As I said, it's a really nice glossy finish on this carbon fibre. It's actually quite perfect. There's a little bit of wobble in these motors. Now that's just tolerance issues. To get it absolutely perfect, it can be quite expensive. The other thing is these bolts on there, the nuts, they're actually quite big, and that does cause a little bit more of a wobble, as well as having wheels made not in a really good quality factory can play a part in having the hub motors wheels a little bit unbalanced as well. Now, I know that that's a problem with machining urethane, but I actually have it molded. As you can see here, this is my own wheel. It's not the best quality urethane. It's very smooth and sort of hard to touch. I've actually sent them some of these orangutan wheels to get them done. I've actually talked to Labita in America, and they said that the molds that I have, they can actually pour urethane into it, so I can have better quality longboard hoods made using the same mold that I've got. But I just wanted to show everyone this deck with the hub motors on there, and really this is the future. Hopefully, if there's more people who can develop the hub motors, we can actually get them to be a lot more efficient, and maybe one day be equivalent to a belt driven, but I think that's a little bit far off at the moment. One thing that I love about the hub motors that belt drive obviously doesn't have is I can ride this nearly like a normal longboard. there's hardly any resistance in these wheels. So if I just pop one off the side, and I can actually free spin it. Now the bearings aren't as smooth as say bones, and obviously there is going to be a little bit of force in there from the magnets, but yeah, it's a lot less resistance than a belt drive. That gear ratio and obviously friction from that belt. The benefit as well is you don't have that wear of the belt, you don't have to replace it. Well, but yeah, I wanted to show this to everyone. I'll pop outside and try to take a video. It's only me around, so I'm not going to be able to get a video from the outside of me riding it, but yeah, hopefully I can show you a little bit. The one thing I will hopefully add into the video is right now a picture of the inside of the casing as well. But thanks heaps for watching. Subscribe to the videos, hopefully I'll get some more out soon. I'm always doing things for the community. I've got links for BLDC tool for programming the VESC available on Windows and OS 10 that I put a lot of time into keeping up to date when VESC releases firmware updates. And if you have any problems, just give me a shout on Endless or even YouTube, and I'll put my email, drop my email around the place as well, so you can send me an email. But yeah, this VESC, this is the version 4.7. It's going to be up to 4.10, which hopefully VESC can start working on some field orientation control or sine wave, which would be excellent for motors like hub motors. It's going to make them a lot quieter. For belt driven, not so much, but hub motors will be really good, especially for bikes. Hopefully the VESC will continue to get bigger. I'm working on something at the moment with the VESC, which I hope lots of you will be able to see very shortly. And also I'm hoping that some people start to work on higher power VESC as well as higher voltage, which would be good for bikes and things like that. Yeah, and anyone who's interested in helping out, we've got open source work going for Android applications and the iOS. Obviously we got the desktop versions out, and the next step is for this mobile versions as well. But yeah, this is the carbon fiber deck with the hub motors on it, and again, just show you the hub motors working. Quite cool. Thanks guys.
I'm using my webcam and the audio isn't very clear, but I was just talking about the roll resistance of the motors. Doesn't bring you to an exact stop, and the takeoff is a little bit trickier on a hill as you start to roll backwards. But just about to demonstrate when I managed to stabilize the board. The takeoff is really smooth with the VESC and the hub motors. And again, going up the direction of the hill, I had to get the board stabilized, stop it from rolling backwards, and then I was able to take off from a stop position with actual force trying to pull me backwards. But now I'm just explaining about my deck, the carbon fibre Enertion deck, and the 50mm hub motors that I've put on it. And yeah, thanking you for watching this video and subscribing to my channel and supporting me in the and the community on Enertion S.P.A.C.E for the work that we've been doing. Thanks.